We all know the triumphant story of Dunkirk, right? But guys, there's actually a much darker side.
In June 1940, over 338,000 men were rescued and brought back to Britain, an absolute miracle.
The whole nation celebrated. But you know what? Churchill immediately issued a really grim warning.
The harsh reality is, Britain saved its army, but had absolutely nothing to arm them with.
They left behind a devastating 63,000 vehicles, 20,000 motorcycles, and nearly 500 tanks on those beaches.
And it gets worse. 90,000 rifles, 2,500 artillery pieces, and 400,000 tons of supplies. Just gone.
Soldiers returned with literally just the clothes on their backs. Many even ditched their rifles to swim.
So, get this. England's entire south coast was suddenly defended by just a literal handful of tanks.
Out of total desperation, they were actually pulling World War I-era relics straight out of museums.
The panic was real. Home Guard volunteers were actually drilling for combat using wooden rifles.
Seriously, ask yourself, what if Germany had actually invaded right then, in June 1940?
The terrifying answer? There was pretty much nothing to stop Europe's most powerful army.
We all know Churchill's famous speech, "We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight in the fields."
But hey, that wasn't just poetic bravado. It was a literal, terrifying warning of what was coming.
Britain was literally reduced to everyday civilians facing down German tanks with hunting rifles and pitchforks.
So, how did they survive? Well, it relied entirely on quiet, desperate intervention from America.
The U.S. secretly shipped 500,000 rifles across the Atlantic to re-equip the highly vulnerable British Army.
So here's the brutal trade-off. Dunkirk absolutely saved the men, but it cost Britain almost everything else.
It kind of forces you to wonder, how close did the world really come to total collapse?